Whoa.
What's going on, all my lawn care ninjas? What day is it today, Busy Bee?
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday, and why is that?
There's always something freaky going on.
Always something freaky going around on Friday. Hope all you ninjas are doing good on this beautiful, hot freaking day. It is, well, right now it's showing 95, but earlier it was showing 98. And with the heat index was 102, 3, 4, 5, something like that.
Somewhere in that range.
It's freaking hot, ninjas. So we went ahead and knocked out the 4 yards, 3-4 yards that we've had to mow. We went ahead and got that out the way. I didn't even want to fool with the camera. It's been so freaking hot. Seriously, it is like an oven. Humidity like crazy. And so I just wanted to get that out of the way. As you guys saw by now, we did go back to the crib and unhook the trailer. So if you're wondering, don't give me that dick. Don't do it. Why are you unhooking that trailer and what is going on? Well, it is a Freaky Friday, so I figured this is the time that I'm gonna start the camera and dedicate this video. We're gonna talk about a couple of topics as I promised in last night's video, but what are we doing as far as the action goes?
All right, we gotta go pull up a couple stumps.
Stumps. So there's about 4 or 5 stumps, a couple of small ones that I think with a pick, you're not gonna have any problems pulling them out, you know, just dig a little bit around them. But there are about 2, I want to say definitely 2, maybe 3 that are pretty heavy duty. And so what are we gonna do?
We're gonna try to pull some of them out with your truck, the ones that we can't get by hand.
What are we using?
Your truck and some chains.
That's right, Busy Bee, we're using Tiny, and we gotta use some chains and try to yank those things out. I need to get this out of the way. It was supposed to have been done last week, but luckily the customer is super cool and not really urgent, but got to get it out of the way. So, as a lot of you know, we're not working tomorrow because of the funeral that's going on for little Doc. And then we are working Sunday to catch up with another 1 or 2 shrub jobs and get those out of the way. So we already got 2 out, and we've got 3 more. This one, that one, and that one right there in the corner. So he's carrying those 2 over there by the road. This will be fun. Not too bad, right? Tiny did a good job.
Yep.
2 to go. Let's see if how heavy that is, dragging it to the road. Show us the muscles, Busy Bee. Jesus. Take it easy, man.
Try tugging on it a little bit. Yeah. There you go.
I'm gonna give Tiny just a quick rinse down. Nothing fancy, and don't have a lot of time that I don't want to dedicate a lot of time to it. But it does definitely need a quick little rinse down. Busy Bee just went to get some quarters, and then he's gonna head out. Let's give old Tiny here a little wax on, wax off. How about that?
Tell me like a Hellcat.
So one of the things I've been going back and forth with quite a few people today, and you actually did this once. Yes, you.
What'd I do?
You know what you did. Busy Bee, do you blow off the whole driveway, walkway, or do you just blow off the clippings that you may have shot on there?
Sometimes I do.
Tell the ninjas what you did one time.
Yeah, I just wanted to blow the grass off the driveway.
At least in my book, and this is what I expect and what I offer and what my customers are used to. I think this is silly to even argue over, but apparently people want to argue over it. When you're blowing off the walkway, you're blowing off the driveway. You're not just blowing off the grass clippings that might be on there. You're blowing off the whole driveway, walkway completely. Clean it up. It's part of the service, at least to me. Now, Busy Bee did it one time. I said, go blow off. And this is right around the time before you first started, maybe a little shortly after, a couple weeks, well, 2-3 weeks into it or whatever. I think he was just tired. Maybe, I don't know, because he's never done it before. And all of a sudden, why did you decide to do that on that particular yard after all the other yards where you have actually just blown them off completely?
I don't know. I really don't.
So he doesn't know. I look over, he's walking back towards the truck with the back right blower. I'm like, did you blow off? He goes, yeah. I'm like, and he was serious. There was no joking around. He goes, yeah, I blew off. I'm like, look at the driveway. And he turns around and he goes, I blew off the grass. And I was like, brah, no, you got to blow off the walkway and driveway completely. But I've had conversations with a few ninjas earlier, and some people say that they only blow off the grass clippings that they shoot on the walkway or the driveway, and they will not blow off the whole driveway or walkway if it's got sticks or rocks or debris of any kind, unless it's charged for additionally. And I think that's kind of silly. Come on, guys, to me that's silly, but hey, to each his own. I don't know, maybe some of you ninjas out there can charge for that and get paid, and if you can, it is what it is. You do what you want to do. I just think it's part of mowing, weed eating, and blowing off. We blow off the driveway and blow off the walkway. Let me know, ninjas, what you think down in the comment section. Do you blow off the whole walkway, driveway, or do you just go after the clippings like the few ninjas that I have been going back and forth all day today? And the one time that Busy Bee tried to slip one up on me, huh? Busy Bee just left and I just got home. We're done for today, and not too much action even on the stumps, just because they came out pretty easy, actually. One gave us a little trouble. It kept slipping off the chain, kept slipping off, but we ended up digging underneath a little bit. Busy Bee just put the chain underneath one of the roots and it came right out. Tiny took care of that job like a boss. I have an opportunity, but I haven't talked to the gentleman yet. We've kind of been playing phone tag. I have called him back. He called me, left me a message. I called him back, and now it's the weekend pretty much, so I'm probably not going to hear from him till next week anyway. But there's a local company here that's going out of business. And from my understanding, again, I don't know too many of the details, so if and when I do know more details, I'll go ahead and share with you ninjas. Haven't decided anything neither, of course, yet, because I don't know everything as far as details. But from my understanding, this individual who owns this business is moving out of state, far enough to not be able to keep the business going. He's got about roughly, from my understanding, 60 accounts to be maintained. Most are cards on file. About 90% of them or so are all card on file. And he's wanting to sell the business and all the equipment that come along with it. What to look for if you are ever in a situation like this and maybe you are considering about buying somebody's business or some of these accounts. Here's the biggest concern that I would think that I would have is, let's say you actually buy all these accounts from this individual or whoever's selling it to you. So what happens if all these customers, or most of those customers, end up dropping you? So what you would want to do in this case is probably have some kind of agreement or contract with all of his accounts to where they would at least, you know, stay one season with you, or maybe 2 seasons, I don't know, but something like that. And then at some point after that, if they are wanting to part ways with you, they can. Because if you know, it depends how much you would pay for it. I'm sure 60 accounts, maybe with some of the equipment, maybe the equipment would come just included with the accounts. I don't know the details, as I said. But you would want to definitely have some kind of assurance. You don't want to just pay that kind of money and then start losing yards left and right, you know. And by the end of the first season, you may be down to from 60 to 10 yards, and you might have paid this guy, I don't know, $30,000, $60,000. I'm just throwing it out there, examples. I don't know, but anyway, it has been presented to me. Like I said, we played a little phone tag, so as I find out more in the details, I will share with you. But let me know, ninjas, for real, if this is something you've ever encountered, maybe you're thinking about. Please share with me down what your experience was like. Maybe you can give me some tips and points of what to look for. I don't know. If I was to do this, ninjas, I would definitely have to start a second crew, which I had 2 crews a couple years ago. This was way before YouTube. And I had them for about a year and a half, roughly, give or take. And, you know, it did okay in the beginning, and then it just went downhill. So I ended up going down to 1 truck. But I think it'd be more stressful. I think it'd be more headache. But I do also see a potential to a lot more income as well. So, but if you found, let's say, 2 solid guys, you put them in a truck and a trailer, if you can trust them, you know, you could bring in some good money. But again, it's just if. Biggest thing, ninjas, I've experienced with growth in this industry is dependability, accountability. People want the job until they get the job. When they get the job, they don't want the job. So anyway, but that is what I am kind of looking into, and I'm just thinking about, and I'm interested, of course, to get more information. So I don't know too much yet, but once I get more info, I'll be sure to let you ninjas know. The main topic of today is going to be how to grow your lawn care business, how to get more customers. And it seems like this is an ongoing thing by many of you guys, especially, you know, because every year there's more ninjas who are starting their own business. So, you know, you may have missed some of the old videos, but I feel like I kind of touch on this topic at least once or twice a season, and I have no problem with it. I think it is a very important and good topic, and I hope this will help you as it has helped me, and it's worked for me. I don't really do this kind of stuff what I used to do anymore. I did throw out flyers beginning of this year, and I think I might have gotten 1 or 2 calls. I think one was just a quote, and then I didn't get it, and another one I think I did get. I'm pretty sure that's where it came from, but I didn't ask, but I remember the neighborhood. The way you want to grow your business, ninjas, is of course you want to throw out your flyers. Now look, a lot of you ninjas might say, I've actually talked to an individual on Facebook, on Instagram, where he said, you know, I've been throwing out my flyers and stuff, and it's just waste of money and time. No, it's not. No, it's not. You know, just because they don't call you this year, my ninja, does not mean that they will not hold on to that flyer. I've had people call me 2 years later, and I completely even forgot that I was in that neighborhood and threw flyers till like down the road it dawned on me, okay? So first of all, I just want to scratch that off. It's not waste of time. You are, and that is the actual cheapest way that you can advertise, okay? So that's just one. There's other routes that you can take, but it's going to cost you, ninjas. So you can go to the post office and give them your postcards, and they will disperse them through the zip codes, right? Yeah, but that costs a lot of money. So I've looked into that at one point, and it was like, I think they wanted like $1,300 or something like that for like, I don't know, 1 or 2 zip codes, and I couldn't afford that, so I canceled that. You know, I was not interested. But it's a route, and if that's what you want, you can do it. And if you can afford it, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, you're definitely getting your name out there to more people. But the best 2 things that have worked for me is 3. So one of them would be word of mouth. So once you start to develop clients and you do a good job, those clients somehow, some way, at one point or another, are going to mention it to their buddies, to their friends, to their neighbors, to their relatives. Somebody is going to say something to somebody, okay? And that's, honest, the truth, the best way to get accounts. Do a good job on the yards that you have, and word of mouth spreads quickly, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2 is the flyers. I'm not joking. Those flyers will work, okay? They will. Throw them in the right neighborhoods too. Sometimes it's not the flyers, it's the neighborhoods. Just is what it is. And you'd be surprised. Don't ever judge. Don't ever judge. I have thrown out flyers in the past in some rich, fancy neighborhoods, and I never got a call. And then I go and throw out flyers in a normal neighborhood, kind of like mine, for example, just your normal average homes, and I would get calls. So don't ever judge. Just think because, oh, it's a fancy, nice house, they got money, they'll call me. No, not necessarily. But throw out flyers and get your name out there. It's just the cheapest way, and it takes a little bit of your time. Okay, but another key thing here that has worked for me is reach out to all your local real estate companies. Call them. You've got probably quite a few of them in your area, wherever you are. Call them. Represent your company. Tell them who you are. Tell them what you do. You're a local lawn care company that offers professional lawn care landscaping services, and you are calling them to see if they have any homes that need to be maintained until they sell. And let me tell you, I have realtor ladies that send me houses from time to time, all the time, and sometimes it's just a couple of cuts until it sells, and sometimes it's a couple of cuts and it sells, and then the new owner continues to use my services. It has happened, ninjas. So call all your real estate agencies and just tell them who you are and what you're doing, and see if you can offer any services for them. And if they don't have something, maybe they know someone who may need it. That and the flyers has worked, and the word of mouth has worked for me the best. Call your real estate agencies. They have houses on the market. Somebody's got to mow those yards until they sell, ninjas. Think about it. And it's another great way also to get your name. And when you connect with these real estate agencies, they will actually send, sometimes you'll get, now look, I'm not gonna lie to you, ninjas. I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes you're gonna get some of these overgrown yards that houses have been abandoned and all kinds of things, right? But you know what? I think if you're trying to grow your business, because I know how I felt and what I was like when I started this company, I took on everything and anything that I could. Any yard, overgrown or not, I didn't care. At that point, it wasn't about what was in front of me. It was about, as long as there was something in front of me that I could provide my service or give my service and take care of, so I can get paid. Okay, so those three things, if you do that, it worked for me. Can't guarantee it'll work for you. I don't know. Every area is different, but I'm just telling you what's worked for me. So I hope that helps you. I hope all you ninjas stayed safe out there. Drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. Man, it is freaking hot as an oven out here. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace!